Hey garden people! Today we're going to show you how to get your garden ready for spring mason bees. First, we're going to stop at one of my favorite places, Annie's Annuals. We want to give our mason bees an abundant pollen source, so we're going to pick out a handful of native flowers. Mason bees are native to North America and actually find native plants 4 to 5 times more attractive than non-native flowers. Next up, we're going to pull out our mason bee house. We picked a spot that is south to southeast facing, so the warmth of the morning sun can warm the bees and they can start flying. Mason bees can only fly about 300 feet, so their home is next to our plum and apricot trees, as well as raspberries and blueberries. A sturdy bee house is the foundation for a safe, solitary bee nesting habitat. We have this mounted on legs, so it sits about 5 feet above the ground to protect from critters. But to make sure that this sits solidly in the ground, we are going to hammer it down and tamp it in so the bees feel safe and secure. As for food sources, we have a lot of fun plants, including trailing and climbing flowers, as well as the native plants we picked out, like poppies, yerba buena, and yarrow. We'll plant these right outside the bees' flight path, so they can easily access the pollen they need. To ensure that our plants and seeds will grow abundantly, I'm going to work in compost to the soil. I'm also adding in a few stones as a little walkway so I can check in on the bees later in the season. And we'll plant the flower seeds just beneath our bee house. Another requirement for mason bees is having a consistent source of moist clay mud. This is what mason bees use to fill their nesting holes once they've laid an egg, and it's also where they get their namesake. To see if you have clay soil, just grab a handful and squeeze it in your palm. If it sticks together without crumbling apart, you probably have clay soil. If you don't, no worries. You can purchase clay mud mix to add next to your bee house. If there's no rain in the forecast, make sure to water in your new seeds and plants. Now with our sturdy bee house and our freshly sown plants, we are ready for spring mason bee season. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more gardening content like this.